Thanks everybody for joining me today for our deep stretch workout. We are going to go ahead and get started with a warm-up. Super important to warm up your body before we dive into some deeper stretches. So I have my yoga mat out today. I'm just going to start the warm-up by walking around my yoga mat, taking steps in place or just taking steps around your space to warm up your body. As I'm walking it out, I like to add in some upper body movement with arm swings. So swinging my arms forward and back, raising my arms to about shoulder height, swinging them behind my back, feeling your shoulders loosen up, your chest. Also swinging my arms from left to right, opening my arms out wide, giving yourself a big hug. Really adding in any movement that just feels good in your body as we start to move. Once you're feeling good with walking, I'm going to come to the center of my space for a little deep breathing. I'm going to start with my feet shoulder width apart. I'm going to take a big inhale breath as I raise both of my hands, fingertips up towards the ceiling. On this inhale breath, feeling my lungs, my chest, my belly as I feel my spine stretch towards the ceiling. And then on your exhale, let it all go. Hands come back down at your side. We'll do that 2 more times, really just focusing on that big breath and that big stretch. So when you're ready, big inhale breath as you reach, fingertips up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, let it all go, arms down at your side. Final time here. When you're ready, big inhale breath as you reach, tallest stretch of the day, and then let it go. Arms come back down at your side. Once your arms are back down at your side, slow your breathing. We're going to move into a alternating step in reach. Starting with my feet shoulder width apart, I'm going to step my right foot 1 step forward. As I step my right foot forward, going to raise my left hand, fingertips up towards the ceiling. So I'm feeling that full body stretch from my fingertips down to my toes. Going to lower my left hand down, step my right foot back, and then switch sides. My left foot will take 1 step forward as my right hand reaches, fingertips up towards the ceiling. Gonna do a few of these on each side. If it feels good, taking a big inhale breath as you step and reach, and then a big exhale as you return back to the start. Got a couple more. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Hands are coming back down at my side. From here, I'm going to move into an open the gate. So feet are shoulder width apart, maybe a little bit wider. I'm going to start by bringing my right knee up towards my chest. Then I'm going to take my right knee out wide to the right, feeling my hips open up, my groin open up, then lower that right foot to the floor. Feet come back together. You can also do this move by keeping your toes on the floor. So just raise your heel off of the ground, still take that knee out wide, and then feet come back together as an option. We're going to do that on both legs, just a few times on each side. Got a couple more. And in 3, 2, 1. Now that we open the gate, we're going to close the gate. So same thing, but opposite direction. This time I'm starting with my right knee pointed out wide to the right, and then I'm going to bring my knee back in towards my body. Feet come down to the center. So instead of opening the gate, you're closing, bringing that knee in towards your body this time. And same thing, you can continue this movement with your toe on the ground, still closing that knee and still working the outside of your hips. Got a couple more. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Feet come back together here.
Ashley?
Yeah.
So when you start out with your knee pointed outward, is your leg still on the ground, or are you pointing it outward as you bring it up and then turn it toward the center and bring it back down?
Yeah, that's up to you. You can leave your foot on the ground, or you can have your knee and toes in the air.
But by that I mean when you first start out and you're pointing your knee outward, is your knee still on the ground and then you bring it up to the center, or are you turning it as you lift your knee and then bring it back toward the center before you put it down?
Yes, I'm turning it. I'm lifting my knee as I turn and then keeping it in the air as I bring it in and then lower down.
Thanks.
Yep. All right, and to finish, we're just going to finish with some calf raises. Feet are shoulder width apart, raising up onto your toes, and then slowly lower your heels back down towards the floor, waking up our shins, our ankles, our toes. Gonna do about 10 of these to finish here. You can do both feet at the same time or one foot at a time. Got a few more. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Finishing it out here just by shaking it out. Any movement that feels good in your body to release. And we're gonna get started in our first flow. We're gonna start in our standing flow. So finding a comfortable spot, standing on your mat. And we're gonna get started with mountain pose to start. So starting with our feet shoulder width apart, toes pointed forward. I'm gonna take a big inhale breath, raising fingertips up towards the ceiling. As my arms are raising, elbows are straight, I'm gonna bring my palms together so they are connected over my head, fingertips pointing towards the ceiling. Holding this mountain pose for a few breaths, really just focusing on how your spine is feeling as it's stretching tall, your core is tall. Taking a few breaths here. From this mountain pose, we're gonna move into a side bend. So when you're ready, taking a big inhale breath, holding that mountain pose. As I exhale, I'm gonna lean my upper body over to the right. Keeping my hips, my chest facing forward, leaning to that right side, feeling my left side body stretch. Taking a few breaths here. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to center. In that tall mountain pose this time, leaning over to the left. Feeling that that right side body stretch here as we lean to the left and hold it for a few breaths. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, gonna lower my arms down at my side, giving my body a moment to recover. We're gonna do that sequence one more time. When you're ready, taking that big inhale breath, both hands are coming back up into mountain pose. Palms are connecting over your head. Fingertips are pointed towards the ceiling. Feeling that stretch all throughout your arms as well as your spine, your core. Taking a big inhale breath here. On my exhale, leaning over to the right. Holding this right side lean for a few breaths. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to center. Final time here, taking a big inhale breath. On your exhale, leaning over to the left. Holding this left side body lean for a few breaths. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back up to center. Letting your hands fall down at your side. Taking a moment to let your body recover here. We're gonna move into a standing trunk rotation. Starting with our feet shoulder width apart. Our feet are gonna stay stationary here. This time I'm gonna start by taking a big inhale breath, raising both of my hands, fingertips up towards the ceiling. But as I raise my hands, I'm gonna turn my chest and my hips to face the wall to the right. So as you're stretching your arms, turning your trunk, your core to face the wall to the right. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back to center, my arms come back down at my side. And we're gonna switch to the left. In 3, 2, 1, big inhale breath. As you raise your arms, fingertips to the ceiling. This time turning my chest, my hips to face the wall to the left. As I'm keeping my feet planted and adding in that twist, feeling that stretch in my spine, my lower back, my core, my hips. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Arms come back down at your side. We're gonna go through that one more time. We'll go for about 30 seconds. Feel free to switch at your own speed through that trunk rotation. So follow along with me or just move at your own pace. But in 3, 2, 1, raising both hands, fingertips to the ceiling, turning my chest, my hips to face the wall to the right. And in 3, 2, 1, and release back to center. Final time on that left side. Fingertips up towards the ceiling, turning hips, chest to face the wall to the left. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Letting your arms fall down at your side. Body's coming back to center. Give yourself a moment to recover. From here, we're gonna move into a supported back bend. So starting with my feet shoulder width apart, I'm gonna bring my hands to my lower back, just right at about my waistband. My palms are on my back, my fingertips are pointed down towards the floor, and my elbows are bent, kind of pointed to the left, to the right, or maybe pointed a little bit behind your back. From here, I'm just gonna gently push my hips forward as I lean back, not leaning too far, just enough to feel that stretch in your core, the fronts of your hips, and your lower back. Holding here just for a few breaths. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to a tall standing position. Let your body recover for a moment. We'll do that supported back bend one more time. When you're ready, hands are on my back, just at my pants line, waistline. Fingertips pointed down towards the floor, elbows bent. When you're ready, pushing your hips forward and gently leaning back. Option to point your nose up towards the ceiling to really open up that chest as well. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to standing, dropping your arms down at your side. We're gonna stretch the opposite direction here, taking this into a forward fold. Feet are shoulder width apart. Just gonna hinge at my waist, bringing my hands down towards my feet. Maybe you stop at your shins, your ankles, your toes. Trying to point my chest towards my thighs, top of my head pointed down towards the floor. We'll hold here for another 10. And in 3, 2, 1, slowly coming back up to standing, letting your spine uncurl just a little bit at a time. And then finally at the top, your head will raise. From here, we're gonna move into a standing knee to chest. So a little bit of a balance challenge here as well. Starting with our feet shoulder width apart, I'm gonna hug my right knee in towards my chest. So I'm balancing on my left leg, feeling that stretch in my right glute, my right hamstring. Option, if you have a wall to the left, you can place a hand or a chair, or just accept kind of whatever balance that you have here. You can also leave your toes on the floor, making this just what it feels good in your body. And in 3, 2, 1, slowly dropping my right foot down to the floor. We'll switch to the left side. When you're ready, bringing our left knee in towards our chest. With both of my hands, I'm hugging that left knee in towards my body. Feeling that stretch in my left hamstring, my left glutes, my left hip. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, dropping that left foot down to the floor. We'll do one more time on each leg here, standing knee to chest, starting with our right leg in 3, 2, 1, pulling that right knee in towards your chest. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Right leg comes back down to the floor. Final time here on our left leg in 3, 2, 1. Left leg or left knee in towards your chest. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Final few standing stretches to finish here. I'm gonna move my feet into a wide stance. So moving into a wide leg forward fold. Feet are wide, toes facing forward. Gonna take a big inhale breath as I lift my hands, fingertips up towards the ceiling. On our exhale, hinging at my waist, hands are coming down towards the center of my feet, towards my mat. Finding a comfortable distance for you here. Maybe your hands come down to the mat. Maybe they rest on your shins or on your knees. Whatever feels good here. In this wide leg forward fold, I'm gonna bend one knee at a time. So bending my right knee, feeling that deeper stretch on the left leg. And then straightening that right knee out, bending into the left leg. Just adding in a little movement here if that feels good to you. From this forward fold, we're gonna move into a halfway lift. So when you're ready, I'm gonna lift up about halfway until my spine is straight. My head is reaching forward and my hips are reaching back. So I have a really nice long spine. Chest is pointed down towards the floor. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. One more time into that forward fold before slowly coming back up to standing, taking your time to get there. Once you're back up to standing, bringing my feet in closer together and just taking a moment to recover. We're going to transition now onto our yoga mat. So grab some water, make your transition. We're gonna start in a tabletop position. So once you make your way onto your mat, grab some water. We're gonna start with a little cat-cow. So once you are in your tabletop position, our hands are stacked underneath our shoulders. Our knees are stacked underneath our hips and our backs are flat. From here, moving through cat-cow at your own pace, we're gonna drop our belly buttons down towards the floor, feeling your spine curl down. Chest and head lifts forward. And then when you're ready, bringing that belly button to spine. Spine comes up towards the ceiling and your chin comes to your chest. Just move through here at your own pace, feeling that stretch in your spine, your core. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back into tabletop here. We're gonna move into an adductor stretch. So starting in our tabletop, I'm going to extend my right leg out to the right. So my right leg is long. For your right foot, there's a couple of options. You can have your right foot planted flat on the floor. You can have your heel on the floor, toes in the air, or you can just have the side of your foot rested on the floor. Whatever feels good there for you. Really just focusing on stretching the inside of our right leg. Now from here, option to hold this tabletop position, option to sit back onto your left foot, like you're sitting back in child's pose. keeping your arms extended forward, adding in a little bit of an arm stretch with this variation. But again, just choosing what feels good for you. We'll hold for a final 10 here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Bringing our right leg back into tabletop before we switch to the left. This time when you're ready, extending our left leg out to the left. Left leg is straight. Same options for the bottom of your left foot. Wherever that resting pose feels good here, as long as you're feeling that stretch on the inside of your left leg. And then same option here to sit back onto that right foot, if that feels good for you. Final 10 here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Bringing that left leg back into tabletop. We're going to take a tabletop recovery here, sitting back onto your feet, sitting in child's pose, whatever your rest position is, giving your knees and your wrists a little bit of a break. We're going to do that one more time with one additional variation added. So when you're ready, getting back into tabletop for one more round of that adductor stretch on each leg. Once you're back into tabletop, extending my right leg out to the right. Added variation option here, keeping your left hand on the floor and raising your right hand, fingertips up towards the ceiling. That's going to open our chest and our hips to the wall to the right. So adding in a little bit of an opener here with your chest, if that feels good for you. We'll hold for a final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Lower that right hand back down to tabletop. The right leg meets the left back into tabletop, and we'll finish on the left side. When you're ready, extending our left leg out to the left. And then final variation option here, keeping our right hand on the floor, raising that left arm, fingertips up towards the ceiling, opening our chest, our hips to the wall to the left. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Back down to tabletop. Moving into child's pose here. I'm going to widen out my knees, bringing my toes together, and I'm going to sit back onto my feet, walking my arms a little bit further in front of me as I drop my head, my chest down to the mat. And we'll hold child's pose here for another 20 seconds. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. From child's pose, coming back up into tabletop. From tabletop, I'm going to sit on my bottom into a seated position, extending my legs long, and giving your body a moment to recover here. From this seated position, we're going to move into a little bit of an ankle stretch, a shin stretch, calf stretch. I'm going to plant my hands behind my back. My palms are on my mat, just for a little upper body support here, if that feels good for you. I'm going to start by pointing my toes down towards the floor, having a nice strong point, like you're trying to get your toes to touch your mat. So you're feeling the tops of your feet stretch into the tops of your shins. After holding this point for a few seconds, I'm going to flex my toes, bringing my toes up towards the ceiling. Now I'm flexing my feet like I'm trying for my toes to reach my shins. Feeling my calf stretch, the bottoms of my feet stretch. And just moving through that point and flex for about 10 more seconds at your own pace here, switching. And in 3, 2, 1. Gonna finish here just with some windshield wipers with our ankles and our feet only. Option to have your feet together, or you can move your feet in opposite directions, but bringing our toes from the right to the left. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Let your legs go still, let your feet go still. From here, I'm gonna move into a seated figure 4 stretch. So I'm gonna bring the bottoms of my feet flat to the ground. So I'm still using my hands behind my back to kind of support my upper body here. And my feet are flat on the ground. I'm gonna start with my right leg. I'm gonna bring my right leg over my left. Option to have your left foot closer to your body or farther away from your body, just depending on what feels best for this stretch. So as my right leg comes over my left, I'm creating that figure 4. My right knee is pointed to the right, my right foot is pointed to the left. And I'm feeling that stretch in the outside of my right hip, as well as the outside of my right hamstring, right glutes. We'll hold here for another 15. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Lowering my right leg down towards the floor, maybe giving your wrists a moment of recovery. If your upper body is your weight is shifting onto your wrists, give them a moment to recover. We're gonna switch sides. So when you're ready, both feet planted flat on the ground, hands are behind my back for a little bit of support. From here, I'm gonna bring my left leg over my right. Again, option to have that right foot farther away from your body or closer to your body. The bottom of my left foot is pointed to the wall to the right. My left knee is pointed to the wall to the left, creating that figure 4 shape here, feeling that stretch in the outside of my left glutes, my left leg, my left hip. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Lowering both of my legs down to the floor, giving my upper body and legs a moment to recover. We're gonna do a different stretch, but another variation of stretching that same outside of our leg muscle. I'm going to start with both of my legs straight. Starting with my right leg, this time I'm going to only bend my right leg, bringing the bottom of my right foot to the outside of my left leg. So I'm crossing my right foot over my left leg, planting the bottom of my right foot on the outside of my left leg, kind of by my left knee. And I'm gonna hug my right knee in towards my chest. As I'm hugging my right knee in towards my chest, maybe it feels good to turn your chest to face the wall to the right, adding in a little bit of a core twist here, deepening that stretch you feel on the outside of your right leg. We'll hold here for a final 15. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, lowering our right leg back down to the floor. Giving your body a moment to recover here, we're gonna do the same thing on the left side. When you're ready, left foot is coming over our right leg, planting the bottom of our left foot on the outside of our right leg. From there, hugging our left knee in towards our chest. And then option to deepen this stretch, turning your chest to face the wall to the left. And we'll hold here for a final 15. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Bringing both of your legs back down to the floor and letting your body recover for a moment. Final seated little sequence here before we move on to our third flow of the day. From this seated position, I'm going to extend my right leg out wide to the right and then bend my left knee, bringing the bottom of my left foot to the inside of my right leg. Finding a comfortable position here, right leg is extended straight, left leg is bent. My right toes are pointed up towards the ceiling. From here, I'm going to take a big inhale breath, raising both of my hands, fingertips to the sky, feeling my spine stretch tall. And then on my exhale, reaching both of my hands for my right toes. Maybe you reach your right toes, maybe your right ankle, your right shin. Feeling that stretch on your right leg as well as the left side of my lower back as I'm reaching. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to a seated position, I'm going to switch legs. This time extending my left leg long and a little bit out to the left. Gonna bend my right knee, bottom of my right foot coming to the inside of my left leg. Finding a comfortable position here. And when you're ready, starting with that big inhale as we reach hands, fingertips to the sky, arms extended long, spine is tall. And then on your exhale, reaching both hands for your left toes, your left shin. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back up to a seated position, we are going to transition into our lying down flow. So grab a little bit of water and we're going to meet on our backs once you have recovered. Starting in our lying position, we're going to start with a banana stretch. So once you've made your way onto your mat, legs are extended long, back is flat on the ground, just taking a moment to rest and let your body just feel against the floor. And then when you're ready, I'm going to extend both of my arms, fingertips up over my head, still resting my arms on the ground, but extended over my head, arms are straight. Feeling this really lengthening of your body as you're resting on your mat. Taking a few breaths here, and then I'm going to bring my palms together. You can kind of stack your hands one on top of the other, or you can have your palms together, fingers interlaced, whatever feels good. And then I'm going to bring my feet together so my feet are touching. From here, I'm going to reach both of my hands over to the right. So I'm reaching my arms to the right. Maybe you move and adjust your shoulders a little bit to the right as well. And then I'm also going to take my feet and step them one step to the right. So now my body is in this curved shape, like a banana, reaching to the right. And I'm feeling my left side body stretch. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, straightening my body. We're going to do the same thing to the left. So when you're ready, this time both of my hands are going to reach over to the left, and then both of my feet taking one step to the left, switching that curl to the left to feel that right side body stretch. Trying to keep my chest facing the ceiling, only feeling that stretch in the upper body as I'm reaching to the left. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, coming back to center, releasing my arms back down at my side. And I'm going to bring my knees into my chest, into a recovery position here. Hugging my knees into my chest, feeling my spine against the mat. Also feeling that stretch in the backs of my legs, my hips. And if it feels good, just adding in maybe a little bit of movement, maybe rocking left to right, maybe doing some circles with your back on the floor, whatever feels good. From here, we're going to move into a hamstring stretch. So I'm going to drop both of my feet down to the floor. Feet are flat on the floor, knees are bent. Arms are just going to start down at my side, taking in a few breaths here. I'm going to start with my right leg. So bringing my right toes up to the ceiling, extending my right leg kind of as straight as I can. Totally okay to have a slight knee bend. From here, I'm going to grab onto my right leg, either above or below my knee. And I'm just going to gently pull that leg in towards my body till I feel that stretch in the backs of my right leg, in my hamstring. Option for your left leg to keep it bent or extending that left leg long. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release, lowering our right leg down. Taking a moment to recover before we switch to the left. When you're ready, left toes point up towards the ceiling. My left leg is extended as straight as it can be. From here, grabbing onto my left leg above or below your knee, and then gently pulling that leg in towards your body. Same option with your right leg, keeping it bent or extending straight. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Left leg coming back down to the floor. We'll go one more time on each leg. Gonna add in one more option as a variation here. So when you're ready, right leg, toes up towards the ceiling. I have my left leg flat on the floor here, keeping my left leg bent. I'm gonna grab onto my right leg either above or below your knee. And just gently start by pulling in towards your body. Still feeling that hamstring stretch here. Option for another variation is to take our right leg out wide to the right. So just letting that leg open up a little bit wider to the right. Still pulling that leg in towards your body, but now taking it out wide, feeling that stretch a little bit deeper in the inside of your right leg. Opening up your hips a little bit further. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1. Bringing my right leg back to center, lowering my right leg back down to the floor. Final time here on our left leg. When you're ready, left toes point up towards the sky. My right foot is flat on the floor, right knee is bent. Grabbing onto my left leg, gently pulling in towards my body, starting with that hamstring stretch. And then final variation option here, taking that left leg a little bit out wide to the left. Maybe you drop your right hand away from your left leg. So you're just holding on with your left arm. Again, just an option if that feels good to deepen that stretch a little bit further. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Lowering. Left leg down to the floor. Coming back into a recovery position here, bringing my knees into my chest as an option. Hugging knees into my chest and just adding a little bit of movement from side to side. When you're ready, I'm going to drop my feet back down to the floor. Knees are bent. And I'm going to move my arms into a cactus arms. So both of my elbows are bent. My right elbow's rested on the floor to the right. The back of my right hand is rested on the floor. My palms are facing the ceiling. And then same thing on the left. My left elbow's bent, rested on the ground. The back of my left hand is on the floor, palms facing the ceiling. If cactus arms don't feel great here, you can just put your arms down at your side or move into T arms as an option. But from here, we're going to move into a lying twist. I'm going to drop both of my knees over to the right, trying to keep my shoulders on the ground. Arms are flat on the floor, twisting in your core here. And then if it feels good for you, turning your head to face the wall to the left. And in 3, 2, 1. Bringing my knees back up to center, head facing the ceiling. We're going to do the same thing on the opposite side. Dropping both of our knees, this time over to the left, feeling that twist in your spine, in your core. Turning my head to face the wall to the right. And in 3, 2, 1, bringing your knees back to center. We're gonna go for 30 seconds here, just moving through this twist at your own speed, switching from left to right as it feels good for you. Starting by dropping your knees over to the right. And about halfway, if you have not switched, dropping my knees over to the left. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Coming back to center, bringing my arms back down at my side, and just taking a moment to recover here. A few more stretches before we finish with a cool down. Starting from our knees bent, feet flat on the floor, arms are down at our sides. I'm going to bring the bottoms of my feet together, dropping my knees out wide into this lying butterfly. You are choosing where your feet are in relation to your body. So the farther your feet are away from your body, the bigger your butterfly will be. And the closer your legs are to your body, the deeper that bend will be. So just finding what feels good here, really opening up our hips, stretching out our groin, arms are down at our side. And we'll hold here for about 30. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Bringing my feet back to the floor. To finish here, I'm going to move into happy baby. So I'm going to bring the bottoms of my feet to point towards the ceiling. I have a strong bend in my knees. My knees are on the outside of my body, so I can have a lot of room to pull them down towards the floor. So starting from here, grabbing my outside of my right foot with my right hand, grabbing the outside of my left foot with my left hand, and just adding a little bit of pressure down towards the floor. Option to do this one leg at a time while keeping one foot flat on the ground. As you're adding in that pressure in your feet, feeling your spine push against the floor. Final 15 here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Feet come down to the ground. We are going to transition into our cool down flow and finish with a little restoration. we're gonna start our cool down in a cobra pose. So making our way onto our stomachs, grabbing maybe a little bit of water on the way, letting your body recover. I'm gonna get into a lying position on my stomach. Option for cobra or half cobra. Starting with a full cobra, arms are, hands are underneath your shoulders. Legs are long down on the mat. Extending our arms straight as we lift our chest off of the mat. Maybe your hips lift off the mat just slightly here as well, feeling that stretch in your core, your lower back. Option to drop into a half cobra. Forearms are on the floor, elbows are on the ground. Chest is still lifted, facing forward, but your hips stay planted on the mat. Choosing what feels good here. And in 3, 2, 1, and release. Releasing my chest down onto the floor. We'll do cobra one final time. Your choice of variation. When you're ready, in 3, 2, 1. Final time here. Cobra, half cobra, for about 20 seconds. From cobra, I am going to transition into downward dog to finish. So if you want to follow me to downward dog, your option there. If not, you can just rest chest to the floor. But starting in 3, 2, 1, lowering my chest down to the floor, coming up into tabletop. Hands are underneath my shoulders, knees are underneath my hips. Finishing with downward dog here, tucking my toes onto the ground. And then from here, lifting my knees off the mat, extending my legs straight, hips and glutes up to the ceiling. And my chest is trying to face my legs. So my arms are really extended long. Feeling that stretch in your calves, your arms. Final 10. And in 3, 2, 1, from tabletop or from down dog, releasing into tabletop. From tabletop, we're going to finish with a little bit of child's pose, widening out your knees, toes come together, sitting back onto my feet. Final 30 seconds here. Halfway, final 15. And in 3, 2, 1, and release from child's pose. We are going to finish today with our final restoration pose. Restoration, a time for you to find a comfortable position where you want to finish today, where all we have to focus is on ourselves, our breathing, and recovering. So whether that's child's pose, whether that's laying on your back, your stomach, just finding a final pose for you, and I will call us out in about 1.5 minutes. Starting to add a little bit of motion back into your bodies. Maybe wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. I'm coming back up to a seated position. You can stay where you are or follow me to a seated position, whatever feels good for you. We're going to finish with a few deep breathing rounds if you'd like to follow along. When you're ready, taking a big inhale breath, holding at the top for just a moment. And then exhale, let it all go and release. Final time here, big inhale breath, filling your chest, your lungs, your belly. Spine stretches tall, holding at the top. And let it go, release. That is all I have for us today. Thanks everybody for joining for some deep stretch. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and we will see you next time. Thanks everybody.